The two players missing tomorrow are Ben Cutting and Xavier Doherty.
And Kawaja's obviously he's on the way, I presume.
Kawaja's on his way and he'll be playing, yes.
And what's he going to bring to the team, and where do you think he's likely to bat?
I think he'll bat in the top three. I think his form throughout the summer has been outstanding for Queensland. He looked in good nick again the other night in the Prime Minister's game, and I guess the positive is he's been able to have a look at the West Indies attack. I think he's a wonderful player and has looked forward to, or been around the group for a while, and I'm sure he's looking forward to this opportunity tomorrow.
You've obviously come off a limited over series where you couldn't beat Sri Lanka. What chance of redemption, I guess, against the West Indies? What do you set yourself for the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think as a group we need to be more consistent than we were against Sri Lanka. I think we played well in patches, and we've seen different conditions throughout that series. The MCG and Bellerive were very good for batting, but the other three pitches in between were quite tough, and we struggled in those conditions. So I think tomorrow's going to be quite tough for the batters once again. Looks like there's a fair bit of grass on that wicket, and generally there's a bit more pace and bounce here at the Wacker. Both teams have good fast bowling, so I think the batting is going to be crucial.
Justin?
Just in terms of your ankle, how are you feeling now, and what sort of workload have you been doing in recent times? Yeah,
I feel really good, thank you. My ankle's come along really well. After spraining it in Hobart, I'm back doing. I'm full fitness. I've been doing all my running. I've had plenty of batting since I've been here, some bowling and lots of fielding. So I'm 100%, and I'm looking forward to being back out there tomorrow.
Yeah, and the hamstring issues that plagued you a bit during the Test series, have you done anything specifically to address those, or have you had to strengthen the area?
Yeah, I've done a lot of strength, I guess, to improve both hamstrings. And plenty of rehab when I was going through the injury. But like I say, fortunately, I'm feeling great at the moment. I'll continue to do my strength and rehab and make sure my whole body stays as fit as it can with the cricket we have coming up. And like I say, it's going to be nice to be back on the park tomorrow.
Mike, you were saying a bit of juice in the wicket. The nets seem to be pretty lively as well.
I had a sore rib from James Pattinson. Look, I think the centre wicket might be similar to what we've just seen in the nets. Like I say, it looks like there's a lot of grass on that wicket, and generally there's more pace and bounce here than anywhere else than anywhere around Australia. So it's going to be a challenge for the batters, but it's going to be the same for both teams. So it's exciting for the game.
I was noticing Mitchell Johnson was bowling a bit of spin and slow bowling. Was he under specific instructions after yesterday?
No, I think Mitch is he bowled enough, got his bowling in yesterday, and today was just about trying to help the batters out. But in saying that, it's good preparation for him for India. You never know, he might bowl a few left-armers over there.
Michael, have you decided on who'll open without Warner?
It'll be Finch. One of them will be Finch, and then it'll either be Khawaja or Hughes. I'll make that decision tomorrow. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest, but that'll be our top three.
Are you confident Warner will be fit for the first test, given it's only 3 weeks away?
I'm very confident. I'm confident Davey will still take part in this one-day series. Obviously disappointing for him to get hit at this time. And I certainly know Mitch didn't mean to hit him. But look, yeah, he'll make sure he gets all the treatment he needs, sees the right people. So we've got specialists in that area looking after him and making sure he's taken care of. And if all goes to plan, like I say, hopefully he'll be a part of this one-day series.
Is it a difficult time man management-wise, knowing that some people leave for India next week?
I don't think so. I think we've had things in place for a while in regards to trying to get certain players as much or as used to the Indian conditions as possible. I still think we need to make sure we're playing our best cricket here in the one-days against the West Indies, because they're a very tough team. And I think that's probably the discussions that we'll continue to have as a selection panel, to make sure we can have the cake and eat it. We can play our best team here and try and have as much success as we can in the one-day format, but also in prioritising Test cricket, making sure these guys have a chance to get used to the Indian conditions.
Just back on James Pattinson, how's he been bowling and how's he been going in the nets? And is there a chance to play during this series?
I'm not sure. He's fit and available, so I guess it'll come down to selection whether James plays in this series. He's bowling really well. It's good to see him back. He said he felt a little bit rusty through the 4-dayer he played for the Sheffield Shield game for Victoria. he didn't feel rusty in the nets to me today. He looked like he bowled really well and felt like he bowled really well. So it's nice to see him gradually getting back to his best. I think he's got a club game this weekend that he's going to take part in, and then I'm not sure exactly what the plan is. We'll speak to, I guess, James, the selection panel, and we'll communicate with Victoria as well to work out exactly what his plan is to try and get him back to 100% as quickly as we possibly can.
And just on the tour of India, as a selection panel, how close did Stephen O'Keefe come to being selected?
Yeah, it was. It's a tough decision, obviously. It's exciting for Xavier. He's bowled really well for Australia in the shorter form for a long time now and deserves his opportunity, but there's no doubt that Stephen O'Keefe was spoken about and come into contention. I think he's done a very good job for New South Wales over a period of time, and his statistics are very good for New South Wales. But we went with Xavier. Like I say, he's bowled really well in the shorter form. I know he can perform at the highest level in Test cricket, and he's done that for Tasmania. And I guess he's got that experience now as well. He's been around the Australian setup for a while, and I know he's keen to get another opportunity in Test cricket.
I know accidents happen, of course, and Mitch didn't mean it, but have you spoken to him, and how's he sort of feeling about the Warner injury? I think that's a couple of teammates' thumbs he's knocked off this season.
No, that's the way it goes. You know, that's how I expect all of us to train. The last thing I want to do is walk into a net where guys are bowling medium pace. You want to be the best, you got to train against the best, and that's part of the challenge every day in this group as an Australian cricket team. You're going to face our fast bowlers bowling fast with brand new balls, sometimes in conditions like this that are very tough. But I guarantee it'll help your batting. You know, it's disappointing that Davey got hit. There's no doubt about it, and it's happened. Well, just about everybody at some stage has been hit at training and got injured, unfortunately, but that's how you get better as well.
Michael, what did you make of Shane Warne's comments yesterday?
Yeah, I read Warney's article. Look, I think, you know, Warney's entitled, like anybody, to have his opinion. I think the thing that the main thing that Warney is focused on is that he wants to see Australian cricket have success. He wants to see us get back to our winning ways, as all Australians do, as the players do, as I know Pat Howard does, as I know the selection panel do. So, yeah, like I say, Warney's certainly entitled to his opinion. I think Paddy Howard's been doing from my point of view personally, he's been doing a fantastic job. I think the selection panel are trying to do everything in their power to help Australia have success. Not just now, but in the future as well. So, yeah.
Is it annoying for you guys, though, to have sort of pot shots taken by Warney, or is it just part of the past?
I think it happens every day from people. I think one of the things Warney said, which was very true, that, you know, everybody in the public believes they know the right team or the right player to play for Australia, and I think that's the greatest thing about this country is you are entitled to your opinion. Like I say, all I know is we as a selection panel, Pat Howard, James Sutherland, are trying to do everything we think we can to help Australian cricket.
Will you talk to him about it, Michael? Will you tell him to tone it down a bit? Or?
No, look, it's not my place. Warney and I are great friends, and we always will be, and that's why I say well, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but he has certainly earned the right to voice his opinion on Australian cricket. You know, I speak to Warney often about, you know, how things I can do personally to improve my game, areas, you know, if he's watching where he thinks I can get better. Yeah, not only has he been a great friend, but he's a mentor to me as well. So, yeah, there's people have their opinions, and like I say, are entitled to them. So, it doesn't bother me.
Can we get your take? Sorry, can we get your take on the Test squad for India, in particular Maxwell and Enrique's inclusion? Yeah, look, I think what we've sorry. What we've done is given ourselves plenty of options. I think with a big squad like that, with a number of, I guess, players in various positions, I think we've got plenty of options, not knowing what the conditions are like, not knowing what opposition we're actually going to play, what 11 India are going to put on the park. I think we've got some good fast bowlers, a good squad of batters, a couple of very good spinners and a couple of good all-rounders. So, yeah, I think it's nice to have options when you get over into those conditions to work out, then assess who you're playing, what 11 they put on the park, what the conditions are like in various places, to pick your best 11.
Michael, is there any prospect of any of Warren's suggestions coming to pass? I mean, he suggested a whole host of selectors in, managers, coaches, blah, blah, blah. Are any of those things on the table, or are they all just the suggestions of a bloke out in the distance?
Well, I don't think he's just a bloke out in the distance. I think he's one of the greatest ever cricketers for Australia and in the world. So a lot of people will take a lot of notice of what Warnie has to say. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, people have jobs and are trying to do their job to the best of their ability, and that's all we can do. I'm a part of that as well. So yeah, look, I think the people that make the decisions on who gets employed will definitely take notice. They'll read what Warnie had to say, and then I'm sure, they'll do whatever they have to do. But at this stage, in regards to where the team's at, we have people in place. I feel like we're all trying to do the best thing we can for the team and help Australia have success, and that's all we can do.
One suggestion he made was that he thought it was important that the captain remains as selector, but the coach doesn't, because he needs to work with players on an intimate level. What's your assessment of how it's been going for a while now, of how the panels work with you on it and the coach on it and the three independents, I suppose?
Yeah, look, I think the advantage you have is 5 complete different opinions that generally, or so far, we've always come to the table with the same result. We've managed to talk, communicate, and do what we have to do to get what we feel is the right result. And I think that's the greatest strength of our selection panel, is that we have got complete different people, complete different ages, with complete different opinions. There's 5 different votes there to try and work out what your best 11 is, or what your best squad is, and I think that's one of our greatest strengths as a selection panel. I think for me personally, it's been different for me, because I've never been, I've never been a selector. I've never been involved in those conversations, so it's certainly been different. I've enjoyed it. I feel like the players know, in regards to my vote, and the whole selection panel, that it's never personal. I've made that very clear to all the players, that my job as the captain of the team and as a teammate is to try and put what I feel is the best 11 on the park. So the players respect the fact that it's never a personal decision. And it probably, in regards to me being a selector, it's probably helped the players, as in they can come to me and I can give them an honest answer, because I've sat at the selection panel. I know what's been said around the table, where if I wasn't in the room, I'd be guessing a lot of the time. So I think the players have respected that.
Last question, Justin.
Just back to the squad for India, in terms of the pace attack there, how hard is it going to be to narrow those guys down? Because normally you would play, I assume, 4 pacemen in other conditions, but in India it's a bit different, isn't it? You've got a lot of class there. How hard is it going to be to make those cuts?
It's going to be fun in the nets, that's for sure. Yeah, it is going to be tough, because we've got a good attack, a really good attack. But again, conditions I think will dictate what 2 fast bowlers, 3 fast bowlers, 4 fast bowlers we decide to pick. And again, I'm really happy with the squad. I'm really happy with the attack we'll be able to come up with. We have options, like I say, in regards to all-rounders. We have some good fast bowlers and some good spinners. So I'm very confident we can come up with our best 11 and have some success over there on, I guess, what's going to be a really tough tour.